So Davina Michel, 25 years old, from France, making her way into the ring. Silver at the European Games, where she lost to Aoife O'Rourke earlier this year. Got to the quarterfinals in the World Championships. Saw her in Istanbul at the World Championships last year. Got to the semis, won a bronze medal, lost to Athena Bailon. Was out there for the semi-finals and finals. And I mentioned an O'Rourke there, Lisa O'Rourke and Amy Broadhurst of Ireland won gold medals about 15 minutes apart. It was quite a couple of days, the finals, actually.
Mozambique, Rady Gramane.
Rady Gramane also got a bronze in Istanbul last year, was in the other half of the draw. Silver at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham. So a successful 2022. And also got to the quarterfinals of the World Championships this year. So in terms of their form guide, these two are pretty similar. She boxed in the Tokyo Olympics. Won a fight, then went out in the next round. Has packed a lot in to her career. She's 27 years old, has been around for a long time. I remember seeing her back at the Commonwealth Games actually in 2018, so a lot of top-level tournament experience.
Your officials for this contest, your referee from the Czech Republic, Stanislav Nekvatal. Your judges from Italy, Afghanistan, Spain, Sweden and Bulgaria. And now it's time to meet the boxers. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the black corner, weighing in at 74.9 kilograms, representant France, Davina Michel.
Dans le coin noir, avec un poids de 74,9 kg, représentant la France, Davina Michel.
And her opponent across the ring, fighting out of the gold corner, weighing in at 71.9 kilograms, representing Mozambique, Rady Gramane.
Dans le coin or, représentant le Mozambique avec un poids de 71,9 kg, représentant le Mozambique, Rady Gramane.
Hello, Rady. Head up, no low blow, no holding. Okay, good luck.
So Gramane in the white, Michel in the black. Big height difference between the pair of them. You could see that when they were brought to the centre of the ring. Sometimes you see two fighters and it's hard to believe they're in the same weight division, but body compositions, muscle densities, things like that can be very, very different. And as I said, these two on paper are well matched. Southpaw. Gramane, Michel, an orthodox fighter. Now, can she use that height and reach? Good left hand there from Gramane early on. And this is aggressive stuff from the pair of them. Both of them just setting their feet and swinging. There's a jab from Michel. She'll need that. She will need that. I've said it in the first couple of fights, but particularly here, the height and reach is so pronounced in her favour. That was good, nice, long, loose 1-2, then pulled her feet back out. She does look like she leans on that front foot a bit. Michel hangs her chin over it a touch. Reaching for that left hand there. Gramane just about got there with it. She's got a good jab herself, actually, the fighter in white. And she lets it go, and the left hand catches up with Michel again there, as she looked to just slide across the ropes to her right-hand side. She's got to be careful, Michel, that she doesn't pull back and hang that chin out to dry. She hasn't really done it yet, but she's that much taller. The temptation, rather than move your feet, will be to just sway back, pull that weight onto the back foot, and if you do that, the chin can come up, and that can be a problem always. Gramane just pushed down onto her knees there. It's been a bit messy, this opening round. There goes the bell.
Muito bom, padre. Agora, as equipes, deixa eu então, as equipes vão pedir para fazer, os que vão meter outras a fazer. Elas tiver perguntas a fazer, nem a cabeça. Por favor, levanta a cabeça. Entendeste? Levanta a cabeça. Por favor, levanta a cabeça. Não baixa a cabeça. Não, né?
She needs a bit more of that, Davina Michel. You saw her throw the jab there, and then she just pulled her feet back. I said it about the first couple of fights, but again, we've got a differential here in height and therefore reach, and you need to try and use it. Taller fighters don't always. I never understand it when they don't always. It is easier said than done when you've got a shorter, stockier, explosive, aggressive kind of fighter in front of you, but the one thing that can stop them in their tracks is that jab. She pulls back and looks to throw the right hand off the back foot there, Michel, as Gramane comes forward. Defensively, that was good from Michel. What she doesn't want to do is get trapped on those ropes, driven back to the ropes and then trapped. But she struggled really, Gramane, to land anything of particular note. Right hand to the body was decent there from Gramane. Nice upper body movement from her. Heads almost coming together on the inside there. That's something that is always a little bit of a danger. She doesn't come in with that head deliberately low, I wouldn't say. She's just shorter. And so that forehead will be at the level of the chin of Michel most of the time. Again, the styles haven't really blended between these two. Not all that much clean has landed from either one of them as we hit the bell at the end of round two. Forward, didn't quite manage to land it, but that's a decent shot, and there's a good jab that just knocks her off balance as she comes forward. The heads come together that time, and it was Michel who was maybe coming in just slightly low. It's quite finely poised, this. As I said, the styles haven't really gelled. You can see here that Michel has got a plan. Just trying to create that distance, maintain that distance, and catch Gramane as she comes forward. Gramane dips that head, lets those hands go. The feet cross at times like they did there. There's not all that much science involved in it at times. She has got a good jab, as I mentioned. Doesn't use it enough. There we go. Just snaps it up from the waist, and it travels a long way too. She's got long arms. Good to see her throw that more. Right now, for example, just did let it go in the end. Forces the opponent to back up. And just dips her head, comes in, lets that jab go, moves in behind it. She shuts down her own space quite often, Gramane, because she moves in quickly, and if your opponent holds her ground, then you just end up clashing. Good 1-2 there, though. Caught Michel at just the right distance. And again from Gramane, this is better. Just as I was saying, she shuts herself down slightly. She didn't do it there.
Fin du troisième round.
That's a good right hand, that, from Michel. As I said, she's thinking about this. She's trying to pick the gaps with Gramane as she comes forward. Most better quality shots have come from her. Just a little touch with the jab, followed by the right hand. Neither one of them had anything on them. By the time they landed, they were right at the end of their journey, but they're still scoring punches. This is the IBA Pro Series Champions Night, but what the judges are looking for at ringside are scoring punches. For a punch to be a scoring punch, it has to land with the knuckle part of the glove on the scoring area, so basically the front or the side of the head or the torso. Doesn't really matter, to an extent, how heavily they land, or at least that doesn't matter as much as it does in a pro ring. Quite a good way to differentiate between either boxing, Olympic boxing, and professional boxing is that in professional boxing, if you want to win, you have to hurt your opponent. That's what you need to want to do. You don't have to do that to win a fight in either boxing, Olympic boxing. Rather than punching through the target, you can just land on the target, and that can get the job done for you. The style has changed since we shifted back to the 10-point must system almost exactly 10 years ago, just before the Men's World Championships in Astana in Kazakhstan. Went from computer point scoring to 10-point must, and that has made it more like established professional boxing, traditional professional boxing, but it's still not quite the same. Still quite a big adjustment to be made. Competitions like this are a great slipstream, a great bridge, and that's exactly why IBA have brought it back, because in World Series boxing and in IBA Pro boxing a few years ago, we had two terrific competitions, and the fighters who turned pro off the back of gaining experience in WSB particularly, you look at Lomachenko and Usyk, after the London Olympics, they stayed on for another season boxing with the Ukraine Ottomans just to gain that 5 3-minute round, no vest, no head guard, full of gloves experience. Both got to 5 or 6-0 and then to a professional. It's helped a lot of fighters, so it's great to see it back, it really is. I'd love to see the team format back again. Nice little 1-2 there from Michel at the end of the round. Right hand and then a little left uppercut off the back of it.
Estava tão bem nessa sala, mas só no fim você foi me operado. Só no fim você foi me operado. Hã? então, por favor, volta a fazer a mesma coisa. Tu não tens ter medo dela. A visibilidade, esquivou, meteu. Quando tu metes a cabeça assim, tens que sair. Estás-me a perceber? Percebeste bem?
Again, she's looking to try and find those angles. She had some success with that right at the end of the round. I don't know if that was the one they showed us there.
Messieurs, début du 5e et dernier round. Est-ce qu'on peut faire un maximum de bruit pour les boxeuses?
So, fifth and final round. Again, this has been a good, well-matched contest between these two, stylistically different, and we've had that in every fight so far. And as could be the case when you've got one fighter who's tall and the other who's short, and one who's orthodox and the other who's southpaw. It can get awkward at times. A little bit of a stumble there from Michel. I think it was maybe the front feet clashing, the feet tangling a touch rather than her being hurt. If it had been a punch, I think the referee would have stepped in with a standing count there. There's not been a massive amount between them in most of the rounds. I would say that the quality punching really has come from, the better quality punching overall, for me, has come from Davina Michel. The aggression has come from Gramane. And although she has made Michel back up, how really got through. As always, we have our 5 scoring judges at ringside using that 10-point must. They can score it 10-9, 10-8 or 10-7. And it's all about interpreting dominance. Knockdown, for example, in the pro ring, in traditional professional boxing, will almost always result in a 10-8 round. Not necessarily the case here. Some good upper body movement there from Gramane, but she was well out of range. Bell goes at the end of 5 very competitive rounds. I'll be interested to see what the judges do with this one. I would go that corner myself. That's some good work there from Michel to pull those feet back, but as you see, Gramane just keeps on coming, and in the end did land something. Nothing mega, but it did get through, just about.
Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for both boxers. After 5 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards where we have a unanimous decision for your winner. In the black corner, representing France, Davina Michel.
So Davina Michel gets it. As I was saying, I felt she had the edge in quality throughout the course of those 5 2-minute rounds, but they were pretty evenly matched, those two. As I remarked, their form guide was similar. So that is another win for a French fighter. That is 3 in a row now.
Alors voilà, nous allons avoir la remise des certificats encore une fois par Estelle. Voilà. Estelle qui remet les certificats. On peut encore applaudir pour les boxeuses, s'il vous plaît. On peut les applaudir. C'était un super combat. On voit qu'on monte en température. Il nous reste encore 3 combats et je pense qu'on va monter progressivement en pression. Voilà, magnifique, super photo. Allez, on fait encore une autre photo avec Davina, notre championne. On peut encore applaudir pour Davina, s'il vous plaît. On peut applaudir Davina qui nous a fait un top fight, un super combat. Waouh. Ah, on dirait qu'elle est en train de prendre des conseils auprès d'Estelle. Ça, c'est toujours bon, hein, les conseils avec Estelle. Merci beaucoup, Estelle. Davina, non, tu restes avec moi. Comment ça va?
Ça va bien, merci.
Alors, comment ça s'est passé ce combat? On a vu que c'était quand même un combat assez difficile. Elle a été proche de toi, elle a essayé de faire déjouer, elle a essayé de t'enlever ta boxe finalement.
C'était un très bon adversaire, elle est 3e mondiale au même titre que moi en 2022. Donc je savais que ça aurait été un combat dur. Après c'est un combat de reprise, j'ai été blessée, le temps de reprendre et tout. Mais je sais très bien que dans par exemple 6 mois, il n'y aura pas match. Là c'était la reprise, c'était un très bon adversaire, on a fait un beau fight et j'ai le chèque donc du coup je suis contente.
On peut l'applaudir s'il vous plaît. Alors j'imagine que ce chèque, il va te servir pour ta préparation, pour revenir encore plus forte. Et pour ton avenir, qu'est-ce qu'on peut te souhaiter?
Oui, c'est ça. Ce chèque va beaucoup me servir. J'ai été qualifiée 1 an avant les Jeux. C'est quelque chose de formidable. Là, maintenant, je dois travailler pour pouvoir monter sur la première marche à Paris en 2024. Donc, c'est ce que je compte faire.
Mesdames et messieurs, une de nos représentantes, Davina Michel. Est-ce qu'on peut encore l'applaudir, s'il vous plaît? Davina qui sera là d'ici quelques mois à Paris au JO. Je vous invite vraiment à allez la suivre. Hein. Bon, voilà, vous savez que tous nos boxeurs français ont des réseaux sociaux et c'est vraiment très important pour nos boxeurs de sentir le soutien, de toute la France pour les encourager puisqu'on souhaite avoir un maximum de médailles ici même à Paris, chez nous, pour les Jeux Olympiques. Alors là, nous allons passer au prochain combat. Let's go for the next fight, Aki. Mesdames et messieurs, le prochain combat va démarrer dans 3 petites minutes. Hein. Là, on est sur un moment de publicité, comme je vous rappelle, on est en live sur Eurosport et je vais profiter encore une fois pour remercier encore une fois Monsieur Hugo Ray de nous avoir permis d'être là aujourd'hui. Il est juste là, on peut encore l'applaudir s'il vous plaît, puisque vous savez, organiser des événements d'une telle ampleur avec un si beau lieu, c'est vraiment beaucoup de travail. J'aimerais également en profiter pour qu'on puisse applaudir toutes les personnes, toutes les petites mains qui ont été là pour faire en sorte que ce show soit magnifique. Est-ce qu'on peut les applaudir, s'il vous plaît? Je pense notamment, tout simplement aux personnes de la sécurité, je pense aux personnes de l'ambulance, je pense aux techniciens également, je pense à toute l'équipe.